begging, crying for release. This is hard. It's, I'm just on here because I'm literally crawling out of my skin, sitting around. Stuff is coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. It wants to go, it needs to go. Last few days, it's been blinding rage. So, shout out to anybody, everybody. Feeling things, transmuting, rising, hiding, coming into the light. Literally your little dark shadow in the corner, literally doing something as well. I mean, here's the coil of this DNA that carries all our encoded information. Activating, tuning up. I literally can't see the screen, but I'm pulling some cards, so if I awkwardly come closer and read and then pull cards for human beings, I could totally do that. I'm gonna get the sage because there's little energies that need fucking off. Oh, let's just do this. Some unholy wars going on in these spaces. They're gonna turn the tables. Peace. I'm literally shaking, like, I'm so angry, but it's not even me. It's like feelings aeons old, like coming up. And I mean, and literally, I'm one of those people that would just have a really hard time reaching out, but would ask people to come to me. The door's always open. You know, whatever you want to do, like ugly, cry, fucking break things, you know, tell me you want to quit your life. Like, literally, I don't care. I'll listen. But I guess I'm on here tonight because something needs release. It needs to be seen. And, you know, I'm just done hiding. Like, you know, the hermit has its time and place, but we're all going through this individually but alone. So if you're watching with me, just take a deep breath. Deep breath. We got you. These limitations, they're there for your own good. It's a test. My favorite cards come up. The one called self-mastery and self-discipline and fucking go meditate, and I don't. I can't right now. Like, I'm just gonna go with my intuition and come on here and purge some of this ancestral trauma. You know, like, what did these people go through? It's like, you know, some days you'll just like cry out of nowhere or feel the need to say something or do something to let it pass. Today's one of those days where I've literally like reached the end of my little repertoire, like of tools. Tonight's the hold the sage and shake day, apparently. You know, you walk around in the cities and it's just lifeless. There's just nothing there. We eat dead food, concrete walls, people just sitting on street corners. Just being ignored. It's fine. Like I've been wondering for a while now, where's the healthy rage? What are we crafting? We got some angles and some curves going on here. Isis and Ptah, the divine feminine, the divine masculine. Alright. Thanks for watching with me. Thanks for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you. Honestly. You know how quantum entanglement works? A particle, no matter how separated from its quantumly entangled twin, will always react and resonate with it. Yeah, that's how it works. So when you feel me, I'm there. When I feel you, you're there. When we're in pain, there's someone else also in pain. And that means that literally I'm not going to be left behind. I know it feels like we're just eternally suffering, but we're getting there, guys. Spiritual union. I am so appreciative of just how many fragments of my soul I've met on this journey. Literally, next card that pops up is union with aspects of self that help illuminate the story for you. I just kind of want to go through a little bit of a cleanse over here because, you know, you reach this limit of, you know, just wanting to bust out of your skin, essentially. And it's either, you know, engage in the lies around us or self-deception, or just be so committed to tell that truth no matter what it looks like, whether people agree with it or not. I'm just going to go through a little bit of a session over here to ask, essentially, like, what's trying to come through, because it's almost like there's like a lock. I've been feeling it real strong for a while now. Any kind of way that we're not able to express ourselves, like, for a while it felt like things were kind of moving forwards in the sense that regaining spiritual skills, gaining strength. But then, you know, as you reach deeper and deeper into these layers, you come across aspects you thought that you lost or that you suppressed enough or that didn't exist anymore. And like, exactly, like passage between realms. As you pass between realms, I've been encountering anything and everything that I ever suppressed. Well, hello, you know, it just pops up. Fear. Crippling fear. Like, I'll just be so sure that I want to do a certain thing or I want to go a certain direction. And then the fear. It just, it would have me crawling. Doing nothing. You know? Self-destructive. So much of that. A lot of clearing. Because where we're going is no more time for that. You know? I don't know, literally, like, I just tell people that, okay, whatever you think about or whatever you're going through, someone else is also going through it, and probably every single person that you've ever looked at and thought, oh my god, like, I wish I could speak or do this or that, they had to face a lot of fear, and they still do. think the main message is that, you know, we're really not alone. Even right now, it feels like there's some closure to what's trying to pass through. Essentially, being seen or becoming aware of these aspects can help their passage. So I'm just gonna kind of ask what's coming up for release. Yeah. Lies. Power struggles. Illusion. Illusion is passing. And what does illusion look like? Limitation, corruption, and regression. The test being turned into an insidious poison that essentially being misguided. Now, growth with a sacrifice. To let these things go is not to let go of oneself. To reach greater clarity. I just want to reach for greater clarity. Trusting oneself, trusting divine inspiration, connecting with all the soul fragments. I mean, it's funny almost how much of a fractal we live in the sense that everything's magnified infinitely and also in the micro sense. Once you connect with one bit, once you realize one thing, you realize everything. But at the same time, it's just so much has been forgotten. I think it's been hidden for our good because, to be honest, like the more I learn, the crazier things get. Oh, I love all you guys. Just amazing. Transmutation. You know, the days where you're on a high and you know what you're talking about and you have some message to share. And then the days where you're just like staring at the wall. You have a message too in that time. Everything has significance. Temperance. The wisdom to navigate these tides. Now, yay, the 8 of Swords. But, you know, maybe it's best not knowing where to do next. You're safe, actually. Like this. How can you go anywhere unless the blindfold is ripped off? Happy ending. No, it's no use. It's no use running around sprinkling love and light on everything and light on everything when the wound needs healing. The anger and the pain needs to be seen. The trauma needs to be felt in order to close up. I got this. It's not all in vain. And honestly, if you're sitting here considering that you failed at it or you're not doing it right or why is it all coming back up when you thought you dealt with it, it's good. It's good. At least it's where you can see it, right? You can see it now. I used to think it was all right to suppress everything or to go through things that I felt in my gut were so wrong. The kinds of things I put myself through, whether that was through self-abuse, eating disorders, disordered bonds with human beings, it didn't just go away. You know, everything that we've ever internalized or gone through, at some point, we're going to have to go through to release. I don't know. Does anybody ever walk around and have a perfect life? And what sense would there be in that? We're all flawed and exactly as we are, and it's the beauty of it. I want some inspiration on some new things to engage with. I've been getting like the calling for drum circles and literally going out in the forest and screaming because concrete is really not fun. We've got this divine order and chaos right at our disposal, but in order for our wishes to be fulfilled, we must first go through an unimaginable amount of pain. But if I knew that I would go through pain tomorrow, would I want to continue? I don't know. I can live for the now, though. Right now, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you for being here, for doing this with me. Seriously, guys, this is bizarre. Like, why would anyone ever do anything? Just want you to know that your natural state is calling to you. It is longing for you. It is longing for you to come home. Your heart will lead you true, really. There's nothing else to listen to, and there's nothing to fear either. Just go where your heart leads you. I just wanted to come on here and let you know that you're loved and valued and special, and that your gifts, your divine self is pretty fucking spectacular. So don't dim that shine for anybody. And also, if you want to rage, please do, because there is nothing wrong with that. You know, basically, one of the biggest things that I'm facing recently is realizing like just how much I have a block on fully expressing myself out of fears from society or what people might think. But you know what? This is part of the clearing as well. Be exactly as you are, and it's that journey. It's that journey to unfold that and how you want to express yourself. So, yeah. It keeps coming back to it, and I wouldn't be able to receive any kind of divine inspiration and utilize it if I just kept standing in my own way and trying to fit myself into a mold that I wouldn't fit in. It's stagnancy of emotions, not accepting one's true state. For me, I think peace of mind and an understanding of my circumstance will come from chasing the wild urges, as wrong as society might have labeled them, or what you are told you can or can't do. If you've got a calling, you've got a calling, and it doesn't matter how long it takes to realize it. It won't stop trying until you see it. Because essentially everything that we see around us is a reflection or a projection of something. And it might seem like that's a negative thing, but it's trying to get your attention so that we could do something about it. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see it, it transmutes. It can transform into something else. But before that, it remains a cyclical pattern. The more you learn, the less you know. Sometimes I wish I could unlearn a lot of things, but I'm deeply grateful in my heart for everything that's brought me to where I am now. Honestly, I love that pain. That pain, that rawness, the primal urges within me, the things that draw me closer to I really am, things that call me forwards. I watch so many people walk around in a drugged haze so as to deal with something that in its essence isn't right. So you're a bright star for owning your power, for every step that you take, for waking up, for choosing to have a meal, for a kind word, for a smile. You're stellar. It's fucking magic. We could choose to close our hearts or turn our eyes from cruelty. We could give up ourselves, but we've chosen to go on this journey to embrace it. Though it might hurt. Though it might ache. Tonight, I want to leave you with a peaceful meditation that is but a test that will pass. We're put through trying times as an initiation to a higher level of our very own being. I'm thankful for the earth. I'm thankful for the water. I'm thankful for the inner principles that guide one closer and closer to the true self embedded with it. From my heart to yours, I wish you ease on this passage. Love, the memory of your spark, a good night, a grand rising, and I intend that you find a gift next time you see anything. I hope it reminds you of your power and beauty. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Bye.